Oh, sweet, crispy audio. It sounds good. It sounds nice. Soft, smooth, nice little tones.
I'ma go beast mode, yeah. Kick it both feet though, yeah. Y'all got veto, yeah. Blood like C4, yeah. Good love, swing low, yeah. Cape like hero, yeah. Double them zeros, yeah. Double them zeros, yeah, yeah.
And welcome back to the channel. Neil here, and hopefully you guys were, I guess, soothed by my attempt at ASMR. But today's video, if you didn't know, is not that in particular, but it is to do with sound, and it is to do with good quality sound. And I want to talk about that today, and I want to talk about a product in particular, which I think is the best budget audio interface for not only YouTube videos with your audio, but also for podcasting, for field recording, for any sort of audio use that you can possibly think of. And that is the Zoom H6. So the Zoom H6 really isn't a new product. It's made by a company called Zoom, of course, and I'm sure some of you have heard of it, but it is a fantastic audio recorder. Right now, I'm currently recording with the Zoom H6, and that's what I use for all of my videos. And I'm using the Cinco D Mic 2 to record basically my voice for every single video that you've seen on the channel recently in the past 2 weeks. The beautiful thing about this H6 is it does come with 4 inputs for either XLR microphones or either 1/4 inch inputs as well. It has a line out, so if you wanted to run that to another audio source to have backup audio, you could do that. You could run it into your camera. If you wanted the audio and the track to be directly on your video footage, it also has headphone monitoring, so you can actually hear what you are, sounding like, and that's useful for like podcasting and stuff like that. So that way, if you're interviewing someone or you're talking back and forth with dialogue, you can hear and make sure that the person sounds really good. There's no clipping and the audio is not scratchy, etc., etc. So that monitoring feature in the Zoom H6 is nice. And the reason why I think it's the best audio interface is because not only can you use this for podcasting, recording your voice with YouTube videos as well, but you can use it in the field. It comes with a stereo, basically, adapter that goes right on the top of the actual interface itself. And that would allow you to maybe do some sound effects if you really wanted to do ASMR, or if you're out recording, maybe you're recording some audio for a video that you're doing, a short film that you're doing, capturing nature sounds, pretty much anything that you want to do. And I think that's really neat that it comes with that. Now, it used to come with a mono adapter too, a capsule. But the new model, which is this model here, the black one, the black version, I say black version because they just changed the aesthetics of it from gray to black, which I prefer the black more so than anything. I just think it looks more sleek and aesthetically pleasing. The older version did used to come with a capsule. It was stereo as well. I'm sorry, it's not mono. But the two that you get now is like a XY, I think is what they call it. Stereo plug-in, adapter, etc., etc. So that's really good for capturing like external sounds and stuff like that if you're not plugged directly into the recorder. Again, right now I am talking with the Cinco D Mic 2. If you guys are not familiar with Cinco, I'm going to do a review on this microphone. It is an excellent microphone for recording, and that is not just, for your voice, but it can record like effects that you're trying to do, whether it's manual effects. You can use it like on a set. You can use it as a boom mic as well. I just particularly use this because I have it. I don't have a dedicated, what you would call voiceover or podcasting mic. I am trying to pick up the Rode Pod mic, but those have been on back order for like a couple of months now. So it's hard to get one of those. And the reason why I want to get one of those is because it's a fantastic mic. If you haven't heard of it, It's the Rode Pod mic. There's plenty of reviews on it, but it's $99. And the reason why I want to get it and use it on the channel is because, again, this channel is focused and centric on budget gear for videography and photography. And for me, that falls into videography because if you're doing videos, you have to have something to record your voice besides just the audio interface. So with the Zoom H6, this is not going to be like a technical review or specification breakdown, but it does allow you to record anywhere between 16, 24, 48, and 96 bit files, both WAV and also MP3 formats. Again, it does have 4 XLR inputs or 1/4 inch, whichever you prefer. But if you're using an XLR microphone, it's just obviously that plugs right in. So that recorder to me is the best budget interface. And here's the other bonus. You can use it right on your computer, on your laptop, on your desktop. It does have a USB interface. So say for instance, you want to record the audio into something like Audacity or Adobe Audition or whatever audio software that you use for post-processing. The H6 can plug right into your computer and you can record right into that particular program. So not only is it good for external purposes like outside or just recording videos or doing podcasting, you can take the audio and put it right into the computer. Now, this is good for musicians too, because it does have that 1/4 in. So if you wanted to record like music that you play, whether that's, like a guitar or anything that has a 1/4 inch that you want to plug into that, you can do it. And you have 4 inputs available to do it. Now, the cool thing about the Zoom H6, and I keep looking over there because it's over there, but I'm going to put some B-roll into here so you guys can see what it actually looks like if you're not familiar. It does have volume and gain knobs for every single channel, the four channels, the 4 inputs, and then also on the top, the adapter that it comes with has its own separate gain knob as well. So you can manually adjust those and make sure that you are looking at the monitor on the screen that's built in, really nice high resolution screen that you need to dial in for your audio settings to make sure that you're not clipping. It does have that volume matrix on it. Also, you can record stereo or you can record multi-track with the audio interface Zoom H6. So that's really nice as well. So you can actually have different tracks. So if you want to separate tracks for some reason, you can do that all internally with the Zoom. It does take a standard SD card and you can put in an SD card, I believe, up to 128 gigabytes. Don't, totally depend on me for that. It may be higher, but I mean, I currently use a 128 gigabyte card in it now, and it is more than enough to record dozens of videos of audio. The files are very manageable, very easy to import over if you're not recording directly. So right now I want to basically show you the differences of having something like this audio recorder and why it sounds great. So this is me about 6 inches away from the microphone, and this is fine too, but I'm sure you can tell there's definitely a change in the audio level, the audio quality, but hopefully it's still very clear, which I think it is. Typically I don't sit that close to the mic, but if you want a more kind of like dynamic sound and like that podcast sound, then typically you want to be about 1 inch, maybe 2 inch away from the top of the microphone, so you can get that really nice, crispy, deep, bass tony sound. And even if you don't get that close, because, sometimes if you're doing a podcast, you may relax or sit back or, something like that, then you can always add that kind of equalization and those parameters in post. But this is what the audio sounds like through the Synco D-Mic 2 when I'm up close. This is about 6 inches back. This is about 12 inches back. And now I'm going to let you hear what the audio and the camera sounds like when I'm just talking to it. So right now you are hearing me through the camera's audio. This is the audio for the Canon EOS R. I am still sitting in the same place as I did when I was talking through the Synco mic and the Zoom H6. So this is a test of the audio from the internal microphone and preamps of the Canon EOS R. And now I'm going to let you hear what the audio sounds like with my Rode Video Micro, little tiny mic that goes on the top of your cameras, very popular microphone. And now I have switched over to the Rode Video Micro. for the audio that is plugged directly into the camera. The Rode Video Micro $60 microphone is plugged directly into the camera, obviously still sitting in the same spot that I was sitting in before when I was recording through the DMic 2 and the Zoom H6. This is a test of the Rode Video Micro on the Canon EOS R plugged directly into the microphone input. So as you guys can, hear, there is a massive difference from having just internal camera audio or a shotgun microphone on top versus having an audio interface with a microphone. Now, you don't have to particularly have this mic, of course. You can choose any XLR mic that you like. I myself like using this because really it's all I have right now while I wait on the Rode Pod mic. But the Rode Pod mic I'm going to review. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. So that way, when that video drops, you can hear what that sounds like with this audio interface. And again, I want to get it because it is on the budget side of things. Now, this microphone is really nice and really versatile. And I love pairing it with the Zoom H6 because I can use this for voiceover. If I wanted to do for podcasts, sure, I can do that too. But I do plan on shooting a short film soon, and this microphone is really good, and I think it can do really well for the short film that I am going to be working on. When Synco came out with this microphone, and this is not a Synco review, I'm just telling you about the mic that I'm speaking into, they wanted to compete directly with Sennheiser's MKH416, the flagship legendary microphone. And honestly, I've heard them both, not just over YouTube, but my friend who does videography work, he has that microphone, and this microphone is really close. So that's why I like using it, just to give you some context. But yeah, the Zoom H6 is a great audio interface, very versatile for external recording, for voiceover recording, for YouTube video recording, and for podcasts, being able to have those 4 inputs. So you can have yourself and 3 guests, and you can record all of that at once into the Zoom H6. So if you've been thinking about audio and how you can improve your audio, I would definitely recommend this interface, and it's only $300. I will actually leave the product link below. Yes, it is an affiliate link, full transparency, but if you decide you want to buy it, if you could use the link, that would be most appreciated. It does help the channel, and it does help me get in products like this by receiving a little commission to be able to buy products so I can review those budget products on the channel, because that's what this channel really is about. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you liked my ASMR and the crispy audio that you heard today. And if you did, consider subscribing, please. That would be much appreciated. And if you liked the video, give it that thumbs up. If you disliked it, hit that thumbs down twice. And I really appreciate you guys coming back to the channel, checking out the content. And I will definitely drop the Rode Pod mic review as soon as I can get my hands on one of those microphones. And if there's a microphone that you want me to review that's budget, that you want to hear with this interface, leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely try to get my hands on one and maybe do a comparison shootout of budget XLR microphones that you can use for YouTube or voiceover. All right, guys, I appreciate it very, very much. You have no idea how I appreciate you coming back to the channel and checking out all the content, of course. Stay tuned for more budget gear reviews and content. And until next time, hasta luego.